आज हम हैं वाराणसी में विच हैज़ अ हिस्टोरिक लेगेसी टू इट। आज हम मिलने आए हैं डिस्ट्रिक्ट मैजिस्ट्रेट श्री एस राजालिंगम से, जिसके बारे में हम बताएंगे। एंड वेलकम टू द शो, जहाँ पे हम करेंगे बात भारत की। So I must thank you firstly for making time, and also for the show where we are talking about Baat Bharat ki. So most of us are very curious to know about how you start your day.
नहीं, शुरुआत से ज़्यादा इट इज़ लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इट इज़ लेट नाइट वर्क
Okay.
and morning as usual we have to go and sit in the office, meet with the public, and the government gives a lot of stress on listening to the grievances of the public. So typically a day starts me in the office at
Okay.
10,
Okay.
and then the routine activities goes on.
So this question is on behalf of the public, where we all need to understand where do we stand when it comes to the process and duration from application to implementation.
See, when we talk about the grievances, there are categories of grievances.
Hanji.
Sometimes there may be a demand for a new road or some facilities. There may be a grievance, maybe a dispute with the neighbor, or there may be some other kind of disputes, and there may be something which needs the attention of the government, or it may be taken to the attention of the government.
Right.
So we categorize the complaints normally where it needs the intervention of the field level officers at the cutting edge level. We take anywhere between 7 to 14 days
Okay.
and to address the issue. And we have an online monitoring system. So every application that is given to me, that is entered online, and that is tracked right from the stage where it is given to me and till the time it is given back to me. And also the reports which are given by the field level officers are also uploaded. So anyone can have access and see what action was taken in that application. Also, we have a very robust feedback mechanism,
Okay.
and that is run by at the state level on the direction of the Honorable CM. So they randomly call the complainant and take feedback about their satisfaction level, whether their complaint was addressed effectively or not.
Interesting. So you're saying real-time status of any application that has reached out, login करके आपको status मिल जाएगा.
Yes, yes.
You know, while we are all humans and we also have to follow the judiciary and the law and practices, has there been a time where you've chosen emotional quotient over, the entire process of EQ and IQ?
The job puts us to test, and before that we were given training exactly for this, and before that also, before selection, we go through a lot of process. And because of this process we are able to imbibe a culture where we are able to distinguish between the EQ and a rational decision making. So most of the times, yes, we are able to approach the problem without any prejudice mind. Because most of the issues we deal with have two issues. I would say, for example, like an encroachment removal.
हाँ
It
जी.
also involves a question of livelihood for them.
Yes.
So as a bureaucrat, one has to look at both the sides. One has to be emotional, sensitive to the issues, but also at the same time, the rule of law has to be established, and the due process has to be followed. So that's how the nature of job goes.
So while there are back-to-back meetings and it's go with the flow kind of a day, how do you balance yourself, or to make it simpler, how do you implement stress management?
Stress is an integral part of our job, and I de-stress myself by giving me a me time. I meditate and read books, and sometimes listen to music on the run. Most of the time you'll be traveling. You don't get a separate time for this.
Right.
So that is how manage. But most of the time you don't even get to think that you are under stress and you have to deal with the stress. It's like a roller coaster. You keep
Go with the flow.
go with the flow. So you don't even get time to think about it. Like, yes, I'm stressed out now. Let me de-stress myself.
तो वो
Because
रियलाइजेशन का भी टाइम नहीं होता, आप
उसकी
बोल रहे
टाइम
हैं.
नहीं होता. Then the next problem comes. Then this takes a backseat. So that's how you are always on the run.
As a district magistrate, what are the support that the government is providing you?
I have been in worked in other districts also, and here working is an opportunity and a challenge also. You can take any issue that needs the attention of the government immediately before the government, and even the Honorable CM visits these districts on a fortnightly basis, almost like every 15 to 20 days he visits. So in that way, a lot of issues that needs the attention of the government can be taken up before them.
So, as a district magistrate, how do you think is the growth of Varanasi in a line for the future?
After the Honorable Prime Minister has been elected as MP from Varanasi, Varanasi has seen tremendous amount of growth in terms of infrastructure as well as in other sectors, the social sector also, and in the overall economy of the Varanasi also has significantly improved. Tourism has improved. Like more than 35,000 crores have been invested in Varanasi.
Okay.
And the Honorable PM is personally interested in knowing what is happening in Varanasi. Any, even the what for us it may appear a trivial issue, it immediately goes to the attention and he takes note of it and immediately intervenes. You must have seen, be it the connectivity, the road infrastructure, the inland waterway infrastructure, the rail network, even the
Right.
air connectivity has improved tremendously. And also, if we look at the social sectors, the indicators are showing tremendous progress. It's like these are the work over the years that has happened here. And also, the standard of living for the people has improved. And because of the temple, the Kashi Vishwanath, the corridor, if I may draw your attention to the statistics, earlier the pilgrims that they visited the temple used to
Hmm.
be around 25,000 to 30,000 a day.
Okay.
Now, on an average, it is around 1.5 lakhs on an average per day.
Wow, that's
So that
lots.
means that many people who come to Varanasi, they spend on so many other things, and which also gives a boost to the local economy, and it also promotes the local entrepreneurship at micro level, and especially the hospitality sector is doing very well here.
Okay.
And because the Honorable PM is here, it gets a lot of attention, both national as well as international attention. And schemes, a lot of the schemes get implemented on priority basis. Any issues that is being looked into the departments very promptly. So I would say in that sense, Varanasi has seen a tremendous amount of transformation. I would say last year we had around six G20 level meetings, which otherwise happen
Okay.
only in metros or major cities.
That's right.
And a major facelift was done to the city also. People who have seen Varanasi earlier, they can see a very transformative city now.
Last but very, very important question. In your entire journey from, a schooling to college and then, this growth story, what is that one thing that you have unlearned? We come with a mindset, right? कि कोई कोई चीज़ें ऐसी होनी चाहिए, ऐसी कौन सी एक चीज़ है जो आपने सीख के ना सीखी हो या you've unlearned it in that entire process. Please share some light on that.
As I said earlier, one thing is like in my school days or even in my college days, we always approach a problem like there is something called right or wrong. It's like a black and white approach. Job has taught us that it is not always a black and white issue,
Yeah.
and there is a spectrum, and you have to approach it without any prejudice. You approach a problem with a blank mind. Second thing is you need lot of patience. Most of the times we have our own personal emotions, personal likings, but when we deal with the public, people come with in a different state of emotion. They have their own problems, and they may have their own justifications. So earlier, as an individual, you have a kind of personality, but this job needs that you have to adjust your personality as per the requirement of the job. You deal with the public representatives, you deal with the public, and also you sometimes you deal with the antisocial elements also.
Oh,
We
yes.
cannot cut access to anyone. Of course, we are there to listen to the public. So you need to adapt yourself rather than, I would say, unlearning. It is like adapting oneself. Unlearning part is like you approach a problem with a free mind without any prejudice. Sometimes what we think correct may not be giving the full picture.
Correct. What is correct for us might not be correct for the others.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for giving us your time. The interview has been super good.
Thank you very much,
Thank
and
you,
it's
sir.
a pleasure interacting with you also. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. श्री राजालिंगम से मिलने के बाद में ये तो ज़रूर समझ में आया कि दरवाज़े के पीछे बहुत डिसीशंस होते हैं, स्ट्रेस लेवल होते हैं और बहुत सारा काम होता है। आई होप आपने पूरे इंटरव्यू को देखा हो ध्यान से और आपको समझे कि देश कैसे प्रगति कर रहा है। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर व्यूइंग दिस इंटरव्यू।